Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Dungeons and Dragons, the Wednesday game, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a new campaign we're doing involving fairies and carnivals and stuff. But first, players, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Let's act like I've not been talking to y'all for the last hour, okay? We're just not hanging out.
Who are
It's
you?
good to see y'all again.
Have we met?
Hi.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, pleasure.
Larry, wait for the camera.
This is my first time. Larry, wave harder. Yo.
He's in behind a Discord
Waving his
avatar
arms again.
for now.
I need to change my camera angle, but y'all might see something.
Yeah? Now everyone's eyes are on you. What are we looking at?
It's TOS.
Don't
I
worry
have a
about
messy
it.
desk. Oh my god. You gotta clean that
my
off.
God, it's fine. Don't.
Oh shoot, I didn't know we got Asmongold here. What's up?
I'm doing my
That's
best.
Asmon Bronze.
Yeah, I'm Asmon
Asmon
Bronze.
Bronze.
I didn't quite make it to the.
Asmon Brass.
Look, I'm trying to fix the camera angle because my lollipop keeps covering up my head.
Oh
Because
yeah?
I like to lean back like this.
I could scoot her over if you want. You want me to scoot her over for you? Watch this.
If it was
Slowly
on
just
the-
walks away from you, so you got more
The
room.
lollipop cover her head.
There she
like-
goes.
That's just there we go. Bye-bye.
All right, I want to go ahead and hop into this because time is short and we got a lot of ground to cover. You guys just entered a carnival and you had a goal and you barely took 8 steps before sidetracking to something else. So I want to hear how last time went down. I'm more than happy to talk about what happened to everybody, but I always like it if one of you can tell the story instead. So, any volunteers?
Yeah, I got this.
You want to do it? Okay, well, floor's yours, buddy.
Yeah. Hello? Okay. Just making sure. So anyways, me and my pals went to this awesome fair, and then there was this guy, and he had, like, fire hair and, like, fire eyes or some shit. I don't know. I think it's kind of sketch that he got a ticket at the same time as us. He might be competition, but then I made these amazing, well, I didn't really make them, but I did make them into unicorn candied apples, and I gave one to everybody. And then Larry really liked my candied apple, and it made me very happy. And that's all that mattered the entire time that we were here at the carnival.
So...
Okay, so in an actual recap, we got to the carnival. We met this guy named Larry. We felt like we had a connection. He ended up joining our group. We ended up going and talking to a goblin at the front. I believe his name was Nicholas Midnight. He was the ticket counter guy, and he had tickets for each of us, all 4 of us together. Which is kind of weird. Again, we just met Larry. So, next, Nicholas, he gave us a little, what would you say it as?
Say it as I gotta turn you down a little bit. Go ahead.
He gave us a like a proposition. Each one of us a proposition. So we got to do a certain thing.
A pact.
A pact. That's what it was. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the word pact. Thank you. So he gave each one of us a pact, and at the end we get a prize. So we all got to do a thing. And it's all something weird.
Do you remember what the pacts were?
Yes. Do you want me to go over them?
I do.
Okay. Wait. All 3 of them, or just the packs that the goblin gave us?
There's
I keep looking at the wrong camera, alright? I gotta move my camera over here, alright?
Well, what packs are you talking about? How about that?
So when we went to the fair, we have something wrong with us. I have to knock on doors, / I've lost my fashion sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember everybody else's. I know Sal lost his creativity, and Rick can't write.
Is that part of the pact?
It's not
No,
necessarily
those
a
aren't
pack.
part of
It's
the
more of
pact.
just something
Those
that
are the other
happens.
things. And then the packs are I forget what Rick's is. Oh, Rick's got a flower thing on his head. Like he's got like a crown of flowers. He's got to water every hour. Sal has to greet every tree that he walks up to or walks up to him with like reverence. Larry has to. Sorry. Larry has to compliment everyone he meets. And I have to profess my love for unicorns. So, that's where we're
Okay.
at.
All right, I'd say that's pretty good. You got inspiration for the evening, Bakaluta, as much as you don't need it with all your portents and luckies. But you have it anyhow. So
I need it.
take advantage of it, buddy.
Need more dice. You took away some of my dice, okay?
I think,
Can you give back?
Baka, did you do your rolls yet tonight?
oh yeah, your portent.
We haven't taken a long rest, so no, I
Oh.
still only have one roll.
That's right.
I messed up. Sorry. Noob.
So you guys
good.
were playing a bunch of carny games while trying to go to the feasting orchard. And some of you having some success, some of you not. Some of you
Yeah,
buying
the ring
treats.
toss is rigged.
Yeah, that shit's rigged. I agree.
Ring
I
toss
agree
was
100%. That shit's rigged.
quite difficult with a teleporting Almirage, which is like a
Even
rabbit
though-
with a unicorn horn.
Even though our freaking rolls were shit, that thing's rigged.
Well, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and take over here and tell me where you want to go. You guys are at the small stall still. Just kind of hanging out. You just finished playing some ring toss, talking about how it's rigged. But
I'm sadly eating my candied apple. I think that's where we left off.
yeah, you guys get... Oh, one more thing. Your stove, even though you're riding on it, Bakaluta, in most cases, I'm going to keep to the side just to keep track of it, because it makes the tokens all weird if it's under you.
Yeah, just wherever I am, that's where he's underneath me. Just know that.
Okay,
That's fine.
y'all go ahead.
I think we were following Larry to go get some food.
That game is rigged! I would quickly like to go buy all these other stalls. I'm gonna leave my candied apples on top of Stovey and quickly run over to all these stalls and grab one of everything. I don't need to roleplay that. Let's just say I do it.
You just buying stuff?
Yeah, how much monies do I need to get rid of? I only have 1 golds.
Well, if you... I'll say 6 silver total will net you, what was it? It was a candied apple, a funnel cake, and
No. I don't need another candied apple.
Oh.
But I want a funnel cake and the corn.
Okay, and the roasted corn, that's
Oh.
right.
It's important. I just want one of each.
What, Sal?
I said, it's cone.
Yeah! Actually, I'd like to get 2 corns.
Another 2 silver then, so that's 8...
Fine with that.
No, that's 6 silver total, yeah.
That's fine. I don't even think I put that gold in there. I just stole it from Rick.
At the bottom left of my screen, I keep seeing Larian appear and disappear under the players list.
Oh, you refreshing your page, Larian?
Yeah, okay, there we go. My foundry. We're good.
Insight.
Frozen, said a lot.
How do I-
If it's acting up at all, just if you hit F5 or you just refresh the page, it should fix it all up.
So how much in total?
6 silver.
Okay, cool. I got 4 silver left. I'm done. I'm not following everybody sitting on Stovey. Oh, I hand one of the corns over to Sal and say, "It's cone!"
I take the corn. I'm
Have a
so
cone.
happy.
Have a
Because it's-
fantastic day!
A lump with knobs. And it has the juice.
That's true.
So,
Best thing
are we
ever.
heading over to the food place?
Yeah, lead the way, Larry. I think you said that you knew where the food was.
I thought I gave you... Did I give you the
Yeah.
map in the last one?
I'll take the map though.
Yeah,
I have-
like...
I have an idea where I'm going.
And I just do like this... behind me.
Okay, so you're giving me the map.
Maybe you grab it, yeah.
Okay. So I'll look at the map, and I'll make sure that I know I'm going the right direction. I had a fairly good idea. That's the guy before. Also, when I'm holding the map, what do I see in like the bottom right? Pretty
In
sure
the-
it was the bottom right.
In the bottom right corner, you see a lot of faces with different expressions on them, and then one small black-centered but blue-surrounded aura. Looks like a little ball just flat on the page, just with a slight tinge of energy hovering around it. It seems to be sitting on one face under the middle currently.
It's like one of the sadder faces. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, they get sadder as they go back.
Okay, it's like in the middle. All right. And then I see the feasting orchard, and I say, all right, yeah, we're going the right way. So if we want to just go get food, I guess follow me then. And we were over by the Calliope?
You were halfway to it, yes. And all those stalls in between, which the ping is so tiny. But if you zoom way in next to ticket booth, you'll see my little crosshair showing right where you are.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll have to pass the
Okay.
Calliope, whatever it is.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay, you guys start heading past the cowl. Start heading past the cowl. Give me just a second. Whoops, that button. There we go. So, as you start heading towards the feasting orchard, you have to undoubtedly pass this area called the Calliope. I'm gonna say Calliope now on. You're met with a bit of a strange sight as you cross it. You hear some soothing music, very, very peaceful. And I got a little blurb to read for you here. A merry tune spills forth from an instrument on the back of a brightly painted wagon. A monkey wearing a cloak covered with buttons turns a handle at the wagon's rear, sending music into the air from rows of golden whistles. As you watch, a goblin dressed up as a ladybug toddles up to you, rattling a tin cup. Are you guys just going to keep walking past as this goblin approaches?
I'm gonna kind of like I'm gonna slow down, but kind of keep walking because I'm not into the ladybug thing. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I kind of get the idea that somebody might want to interact with the ladybug.
I'm intrigued by the music,
Also, I don't want to compliment them.
but I'm also pretty hungry right now.
The goblin dressed in the ladybug costume walks up with a tin cup, rattling it, and says, "Spare a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face."
And I immediately go, "Oh, I have one!" And because if you remember, I had a couple buttons from earlier in the very, very bottom of my little cauldron.
Mhm.
So I hand I guess now, half a corn, and I hand it to Sal and say, "Hold this."
I take a bite while she's not looking.
I'm not paying attention. I'll be very upset when there's less corn, though.
No, you won't know.
Anyways, I reach down into the bottom and I find a button, and I hand it to him, and I tell him, "Can you make this one into a unicorn? They're like my favorite thing in the entire world."
You
And
place
I
the
drop it in the thing.
you
Yeah.
place the button in the tin can, and Marigold. I didn't introduce yourself. The goblin shakes the can. To your question, he just looks at you, and you think you could see a grin from behind the ladybug mask as he starts bouncing back and forth, dancing happily. He doesn't say anything else.
What color are his paper mache butterfly wings?
They are a deep green with a blue tinge at the very tip.
Okay.
Okay. Have a corntastic day. And I
Let's
just-
go eat.
I just go back up on Stovey, and I do like this to Sal for my corn.
I hand it back over.
Uh,
cold.
Oh, we're gonna keep getting food then.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep waiting.
You nibble off
No,
them?
no, no. As we start walking away, though, I'm gonna look over to the guy. I'm like, "That's a nice ladybug costume. You look great." And I'm gonna keep going. I don't want a response.
All right, you walk past the Calliope and the small ladybug goblin, as well as a few bystanders listening to the soothing melody. It's still dancing sprightly, just looking at you, Bakaluta, as you guys pass by. But you continue on
Bye-bye.
into.
Have we? Quick question: have we walked by any trees or plants?
Not
Just
in this
tree.
area. You guys are like in the middle-ish of the carnival. There's not a lot of trees
Gotcha.
around here. So to get to the feasting orchard, you guys are passing the Calliope. There's two ways to get there. You can cut through this middle section, which you'll have to pass by the carousel, or you'll pass to the right, going past the lost property and rounding to the feasting orchard. Which way are you going?
Following
I'm too
Zama.
busy with corn. Yeah,
He's got the
following.
map.
Who? Wait, who'd you say?
Well,
Sorry,
way-
Larry.
It's
Following Larry?
We're
He's got the map.
actually,
Larry's got the map.
yeah, we'll cut through the middle and go up, like through those tree stumps, stone henge things. We'll go that way.
All right.
Sorry, I was writing something down.
Oh, yeah, I
So-
can ping, right?
Yeah, you can ping. The left click. Yeah, that way. All right. So you head under these arches into this more centered area. The bridges aren't specifically where that shows on the map. There's quite a few around with easy access, so you'll be able to just cut straight across and go to the other arch. You do start passing by the carousel, which I'm not going to pull it up unless you guys slow down, but I will read this little blurb for it since you're passing by. A procession of wooden unicorns stands motionless on a circular
stop
wooden
immediately.
platform. Fairgoers clamber onto the unicorns' backs, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of riders.
I immediately stop.
Are you stopping everybody there?
Yeah, no, I stop and I'm just staring, and I want to go on that.
It's one of those situations where we're still walking and then we notice she's
No,
like,
I just start moving towards it. I just ignore everything around me and go, oh my god, unicorns!
Everyone would have heard that. Do you guys just keep marching without her, or what do you do?
I'm
I guess
gonna
we
look
turn
back.
around and we look at her. We're like,
Yeah,
what the
we'll-
heck?
keep an eye on our kid at the park.
And she's,
I just immediately like give Stovey like a little come on. Go, faster. I want him to run.
all right. So you run up to the carousel, and I guess everyone else is is watching you run up. Is anyone following her, or is it just her?
I'll follow her.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna like go all the way up to her, but stay like close by. I'm not gonna leave her completely.
Okay,
Just a
Baka
couple steps.
runs up while on her stove towards this carousel. You see a few children on it right now, riding around, and a large centaur-looking lady close by.
I go up to the centaur lady. Excuse me. So, like, unicorns are my favorite thing, and I need to ride this. I have to ride this ride. How much is it?
She kneels down to your height, actually smiling, and says, "Well, little one, for you and all others, it's 1 ticket punch if you want to ride. But you'll have to wait till next time. It's in motion right now."
I can wait, and then, like, I just sit there and I just do, like, I'm sitting on the edge of, like, Stovey going, okay.
Make a perception
wait.
check for me also, Bakaluta.
Alright. Hold on, where's my perception?
Okay.
It landed on its side. Let me
Okay.
show you.
Yeah, she just smiles and holds out her hand, waiting for your ticket, and says, "I can go ahead and punch it now if you'd like."
Yes, and then I pull out my ticket.
This is
and I
what she
punch
looks
it.
like, by the way.
She's beautiful.
Sal's madly in love.
Oh, I love it. I love her outfit and everything about it.
Okay, mark a ticket punch on your ticket, and she meekly smiles at you and just looks back towards the carousel while waiting. Are you just kind of just standing here and waiting as well, or what are you going to do, Baka?
Yeah. So hold on, let me pull up the thing. Yeah, is anybody else doing anything while I'm doing this, or am I like just
Is-
play?
I noticed that it's a chick, so I walk on over and I start strutting.
There's nothing else like in the immediate area, right?
No, just around you right now, some children riding a carousel, and then you guys and this centaur-looking lady.
You're definitely also drawn to the centaur.
I walk up to her. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Richard, and this is Dwayne."
She turns to you while standing now and looks down at you and says, "Oh, hello, Richard. And where's Dwayne right now?"
Oh, he's just following behind me.
Oh. And Dwayne. And she tilts her head and smiles and nods. Would you like
you
to
must
ride... Oh, so I'm sorry. You go ahead.
you must have recognized me from over there. I'm the headliner at this festival.
She giggles to herself a bit and then says, "Of course I recognized you. Richard the headliner. I knew you were coming this entire time."
Oh, so we have a fan. Would you like an autograph?
She giggles again and says, "No, I'm afraid I'm joking with you. I'm sorry to say I haven't heard of you."
I just like turn bright red and I get like real disappointed. And I'm like, whoa, would you like to hear a song?
Make a perception check for me, Richard.
It's gonna be amazing.
Okay. She's still smiling at you as you say this, but as you're looking into her eyes, you can see a tinge of sadness. While she looks like she's just smiling still, she says, "Well, sure, go ahead."
And so I noticed that tinge of status. I take out my what do I want to play? Sorry guys. I'll take out my lute. And I start playing like an emo pop punk ballad.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
When I was a young boy, my father,
UPCA.
my mother
Um,
took me to the white. Oh wait, not white parade. Don't say that.
make a performance check,
Which
Richard. Okay, wow. She claps her hands as you're performing and says, "Wow, marvelous. You should do that at the Big Top later. They'd probably appreciate that."
Big top. I question. Is that the main stage?
It is. There are shows going on at all hours, and there should be an announcement of the king or queen, depending, later on.
I need to go find out when I'm going on. Do you know where there's a place I can see the schedule of who's performing?
I'm afraid I don't. It's fairly random. It's the way Mr. Light likes it.
Okay, so Mr. Light will call upon me when he wants me to go on then. Probably waiting for a little more people to fill up the seats.
I'm sure he will.
Do I kind of pick up on this sadness as she's doing?
A little bit. It sounds like she's trying to have good humor in her voice, but you can hear it a little bit that it's just a little off.
Are you okay?
Yes, little one, yes. Why do you ask?
You don't seem okay.
Insight.
Sal, do you want to do an insight check?
I want to do an insight
I
check.
also want to do an insight check.
Whoever wants to, you can do an insight right now. All of you can
Yeah,
do it if you want to.
insight. Fuck, where's insight?
I'm too blinded by love to
Where is
do an
insight?
insight check.
There it is. It's under history.
I saw that custom roll, Larry.
To myself, okay. Yeah. I see it. I think there we go. There's the inside.
Insight. 20. The fuck I know about this girl.
I got it.
All right.
What do you name sauce?
Sal, you don't notice anything, but Larian and Baka, her words are they're a little hollow. It looks like she's just acting.
So what was your name, miss?
My name is Diana. And then she sighs and says, Cloppington.
That can't be your real name.
Diana or Diane?
Diana.
Diana Cloppington. Okay.
And it's my real name now, so here I am. I'm sorry, but can I ask? This may seem a silly question, but what was your reason for coming to the carnival?
Mr. Light told me I was the head performer.
We're supposed to be an act. Though I
Oh
can't
yeah, this is my
I can't quite get my fish to work, which is, and then like sparks just come out and that's it. As I try and cast a spell.
yeah, this is me and my crew. We're one of the acts.
Can I look around? Is there like any other personnel of the carnival? Like anybody else that stands out kind of nearby, watching her, like a guard post up?
Looks to be just her here at the moment, besides the children.
Besides the children, okay.
What are these butterflies?
I was just thinking that. Are these real butterflies? Can I tell? Are they magic?
They look a little magical. They sparkle a little bit as they fly around, leave a little bit of dust behind.
Can I turn into a magic butterfly now?
I don't. I'm afraid you cannot do that.
God damn it.
So, Diana, how long have you been working the festival for?
I honestly can't remember. It's maybe been a couple years now, maybe 8 years now. It's been a while.
What made you want to join?
I didn't. She starts looking away a little bit, and then says, "It's truly not important. It's a boring story, I assure you. If you want." I can just use your previous insight. You can tell she's still putting on a bit of an act, Baka. But she continues talking and says, "But if you'd like to, the carousel it's quite fun, even for adults."
I squint my eyes at her and just stare at her like, yeah, okay. I know you're not telling the truth to me.
I mutter under my breath, but she can't hear it. I'm like, there's something else I would like to ride.
Oh God.
Don't you worry about
kidding.
that.
She doesn't hear it. She doesn't hear it.
The
I
ride
hope
will
she
be
doesn't hear it.
okay.
So, Diana, you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
Or any other friends? It doesn't have to be a boyfriend.
I talk to some of the other Witchlight hens every now and again.
Well, I want you to be front row for my show. Can you promise me to see me there?
I'll do my best, but my post is here. I'm to monitor the carousel.
Oh, you can find someone to cover you.
Perhaps. And she just looks away.
Can I cast an insight check?
What do you want? What are you trying to determine?
I'm trying to see, like, what's going on with her. Like, if she's into me, or if she's not into me.
Is this a fucking bunny person? now?
Go ahead. You can make an insight check.
Yeah.
It's a bunny, man.
It's really hard to get a read. You just know that she's being short with you.
Quite hard to get, huh? Hey, Dwayne, why don't you give the beautiful girl one of my autographs?
Dwayne climbs up your leg, Richard, and onto your shoulder, and starts speaking infernal, and says, "Well, I guess I'm not gonna do the because y'all know what that sounds like. I'll just say what it says. It says, "Boy, lady, I can sign it for you. He's got some parchment. You want one, right?" To which she looks down at the rock and just says, "Oh, that's so cute. It's like gibberish."
Yeah, he speaks rock.
So, Dwayne, she wants an autograph, and I kind of like motion at him, get her an autograph. Put it to my love, Diana.
He climbs into your pack, Richard, and starts just rifling through your things. You kind of get pulled around a little bit with what he's digging for, until he finally pops back out with a piece of parchment and a quill. And then... let's, okay. Yeah, that was not for Diana, by the way. But that was supposed to be for Dwayne. So Dwayne signs your name as best he can on this piece of paper and hands it over to Diana, which she takes it and kind of looks at it and just... She tilts her head looking at it, but just smiles weakly and says, thank you. Now I'll surely remember who you are.
Yeah, you better come to the performance. I just have one last question for you before I leave. Is there any kind of like VIP performance tent around here, or like a staffer tent we can go to freshen up?
No, not really. There's the... Well, no, that's not really a staffing area. It sort of is, but it's for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light specifically. No,
I want to speak to him anyway, because he owes me some money. Where can I go meet him at?
Well, if you needed to, there is a staff area marked on your map, I believe. Just in case anyone needed to swing by anyhow.
Diana, you are a doll. And I give her a little bow.
The carousel starts to slow down, finally. And she nods to you until it comes to a complete stop. And the kitties all start hopping off.
Marco, were you going on this?
Yeah,
Is that Grogu?
I paid on the ticket.
Grogu. At the bottom right?
No, at the top left.
Oh,
The one holding the black bird.
that's a goblin child.
So Grogu.
Yeah, you know what? Close to it.
That's pretty close.
Oh, let me go get on my favorite color.
Are there a lot of other like kids getting on this ride too with Baka?
I'm gonna have Diana
Get
do.
out of here.
Hey, Diana looks down at the rest of you not hopping on, while Baka goes to hop on one of these wooden unicorns, and says,
Favorite color, yellow.
I don't mean to pry, but is there truly no other reason you're here than just to perform?
Well, meet some pretty girls as well, too, I guess. And I give her kind of a wink.
I kind of felt some kind of an urge to come here, separate from the performance thing. I couldn't tell you exactly why. I feel like I need to get something back.
She looks over to you.
Fine. And I like pat the horse. I'm fucking ready to go. I've been fucking stoked for this shit.
You see Diana twirl her wrist as the carousel slowly starts to pick up and spin, as the wooden unicorn you're on starts to transition into, feels like a real unicorn at this point, as you start going in circles slowly, up and down around this carousel.
I'm not gonna do it to save everyone's ears, but I squeal as high pitched and as loud as I possibly can.
No, I think we need to hear it.
No.
I hold my unicorn's neck real tight and I try and whisper, I love you so much. Please never leave me.
All right.
I'm so happy right now. Tears are flowing down my face.
I'll answer Diana too, and I'll say I was also just kind of drawn here to the curiosities of the carnival. Do we have more reason to be here?
She frowns and looks at Sal and says, "You feel like you've lost something."
Yeah.
And then she looks down at you, Larian, and says, "And you were drawn here for another reason, not for entertainment, just curiosity?"
Yeah, something like that.
She, while looking at you, Larian, she says, "I'm here because I gained something I didn't want." And she starts looking down at the ground. "Sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for."
Kind of see
What did you wish for?
Larian like flares up just a little bit, real quick, real subtle, but then comes back to normal.
I had wished to be reunited with my favorite steed that had disappeared some time ago. I wasn't always like this. She looks back to you, Sal. I know what I look like, but I assure you I wasn't this way before.
You mean like a centaur?
Correct. I am definitely not a centaur. There was a hag made good on her deal, and it was a cut. And as soon as she starts to speak anymore, you see her kind of start to cough a bit as she turns away and kneels down on her front knees, or her front legs, and starts to throw up some sort of brown, sappy liquid.
My dear, I know he's not that ugly.
I step over to her and I just kind of like pat her back.
Oh, thank God! I have no idea what's happening right now.
Also, my eyes are full. My eyes are full of jealousy because I heard that she's with some steed,
I can't.
and
see
I just
right
assume
now.
I'm not like really processing like the whole story. That it's like a horse of hers. I think it's like some other guy, and I'm just like,
She coughs up for like it only lasts a couple seconds until it stops, and then she takes a few breaths and says, Sorry, sometimes I forget. I can't really be open about this type of thing." And she stands back up and just smiles again at you all and says, I can still maybe help you though while you're here. Maybe help you find why you're here, if not just for the carnival.
That'd be great.
Can I like roll, I guess like an Arcana check or something, and see, try and make
Meanwhile,
sense of her not being able to talk about it, her being possibly two different creatures fused together by a hag.
I also want y'all to know, like, the entire time all this serious shit's happening, you just hear me squealing in the background with excitement.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check, Larry, and let's see if you can detect something here.
I think I do. I mean, this is technically face stuff, right?
Yeah. This would be counted as face stuff.
Yeah, so I get an advantage. Wait, did I do that right?
I cast insight.
I get it.
Ooh, very good.
There we go.
Damn.
So you try to sense some sort of magic or something going on with her that could be causing this, and you absolutely detect some sort of curse magic on her.
No idea, like what kind of.
All you know is it's
It's a
powerful,
curse.
and something is like weighing down on her, but it seems to be some sort of curse.
Since she mentioned a hag, would I know that this is a hag curse?
That's for you know,
Likely.
that's your judgment. You can assume that.
Okay. Okay. I'll just kind of keep like rubbing her back, and then when she stops, I'll be like, "It's okay. You don't have to keep going on about it if you aren't able to." Where were you from before you came here, or rather were brought here?
I was originally from the Sword Coast, near a large city named Waterdeep. It was a long time ago. But please, enough about me. If you're here for another reason, I might be able to help you if you wish.
Would appreciate that. Whatever help you could that you're able to give.
She smiles. This time it seems a bit more sincere, as she turns to her stall next to her and starts reaching inside to pull a few things out, while saying, "This is going to sound a bit strange, but strange is the way things work around here, so it's up to you if you wish to proceed like this." And when she turns back around, standing up now, you see that she has a clay pot of gold paint and some paintbrushes. I'll have to close the carousel down for some, and then she kind of does a little air quote with one of her hands and says, "repairs." To do this, Would your friend be all right with that? And she turns and looks at Bakaluta.
Just let her finish the ride first, I guess. She's looking like she's having fun.
Or you could just leave her on there indefinitely.
I've only just met her, so actually listen to them.
I literally look like a hot mess. I'm so happy and ecstatic that this thing like moves around like an actual unicorn. I'm dying inside with happiness.
How much is left on the ride?
Good question.
Well, maybe 2 more minutes?
Yeah,
How
let her
much-
ride it for 2 more minutes.
I am
How much
really
would
so
Can we
hard.
make it
I'm
1 minute?
I'm probably going to be hoarse by the end of this.
No
Or-
pun intended.
No
Would it be a
punishment.
problem if we let her just keep herself on the ride, and I give you another punch, and she just keeps going without anyone else on? Is there anyone else on it, by the way?
It is only Bakaluta.
Is there anyone else waiting in line for it?
No.
Oh, so we're just
So another ticket punch and let her go another round. We don't need her.
To do what you'll need to do,
It's
the
my live stream.
ride will have to stop moving.
That's alright, you can
Oh.
just leave me on the horse.
Okay, we could just leave her on the horse.
So, you wish for me to stop it then?
As soon as it's finished.
Oh, all right. And she turns and faces the carousel and just stands there watching Bakaluta. Are you all doing the same?
Yeah.
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 And she's just spinning in circles over and over around this carousel for the next 2 minutes until it slowly comes to a stop on its own. You then see
I look
Diana
very
hold out her
sad.
wrist again, twist it upside down, and just clench her fist and open it again. And she says, "It will not start again now until I give the command. Here." And she turns to you, Richard, and holds out this paint bucket and all these brushes. And says, "You will have to find the name of the unicorns. Talk to them, and they will help you. They can tell you things that I cannot. The only hint I could give you is they have something to do with proverbs, I think."
I know that this has stopped, but I'm sitting here whispering in this unicorn's ear that I love it so much. Like, I love you so much, please just stay here. We could be friends forever. My precious. And I'm like petting its mane.
So we have to name the unicorns?
You asking me or you asking Diana?
I'm asking the DM. You.
Something like that.
Okay. Richard, do you know how to use that paint?
I can't use paint.
Oh,
And I give
no!
the bucket to Sal.
Okay. Do I have a brush too?
Yeah, I give you the bucket.
Give me the bucket.
brush. I give you everything.
Oh, this is about to go really bad, but not because of Sal. Because what I think is about to happen.
So, Diana, can you give us a quick TLDR about what you want us to do again?
Well,
This is gonna be great.
the unicorns all have their own names, but there's only a few letters on their actual name tags. You'll have to figure the rest out. But they have something to do with proverbs.
Proverbs.
She nods.
Alright, this is like an out of character question. We're not talking about like Jesus Christ, like Proverbs, right? 'Cause we're
No.
in a fantasy
Well,
world.
it's like
Okay.
like cool quotes,
Cool
essentially.
quotes. Gotcha. Alright. Cool.
Alright.
Alright.
This is also
I take the bucket and brushes, and I come over to this horse or unicorn.
So each one has like some letters on the name, and it's so we're playing like Wheel of Fortune.
Why do you
Hey,
need a
man.
name?
we have to fill in. We have to try and get the right names. Okay.
Hey, Baka,
No.
we're naming the horses. Want to help?
Up to
Why?
targeted.
And
You love
so
unicorns.
unicorns want some new names. And
I
you're
am
good at this stuff.
immediately suspicious because they said names. Why
Well,
do
you-
you need the name?
Diana wants us to name the unicorns
Why?
because
To help us.
She's gonna help us.
it's under maintenance and she's cute.
Can I?
And probably a prisoner.
She's a horse girl. You know how much I like horse girls? Come on, help us
Look.
name the horses.
Out of
Are you-
character, this is suspicious as fuck. Why do they need the names of the unicorns only to?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
I
Or
want to
try
say
to.
it. I want to say what I'm thinking, but like, as my character, I'm kind of like also suspicious because you said we need to name them or we need to find their names.
Yeah, let's find her. We're helping her with her job.
What?
She's a
Why-
horse girl.
I'm going to ask Diana. Why do we need their names?
Who are you asking that?
Diana.
Oh, you're asking Diana. She sees you yell that, and she hastily starts clopping up to you and says, I'm sorry, little one, I'm sorry, but please don't shout like that, please.
Why do we need their names?
Your friends are seeking help, and this is how they can receive it.
I like to inspect this unicorn.
Sure. What are you
Something seems off.
What are you inspecting for? Like, are you trying to you just want to see if it's wooden, or like what's your goal here?
It's not wooden. I already know that.
Porcelain.
It's not porcelain. I already know that.
It's flush.
That's what I want to know. Is this a goddamn trapped unicorn? Is this a goddamn cursed unicorn? Am I about to lose my fucking shit? My character's gonna die today.
There was just children on this.
My character's going to die
What?
today. I need to know if this is a real unicorn. How do I do that?
You want to investigate to see if it's a real unicorn? Okay, make an investigation check. Nope, it is not a real unicorn.
Aka, what's name the unicorns?
I'm gonna inspect the unicorn we're all at. I guess I'm looking for
Something
letters
doesn't
and
seem
other
right.
defining features that make it stand out among the others.
You can see on this first pair, Sal, the one you're standing at, and Larians that you're looking over them, on the bridle of the first one, it seems to have its name already there. Its name is Fortune. As you examine the other one, the name tag on its bridle is actually very blank, except the first letter, a giant B.
These
seemed-
two.
Is that a capitalized B?
Yes, and there seemed to be room for 3 other letters behind it.
Oh no. Are these two unicorns similar?
Nope, they look different. One's more
Okay.
pinkish, one's more orangish. But they seem to
need
be
to-
a pair.
I need
Yeah.
to roll some.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I want.
What are you
So
doing, Bakaloo?
Fortune.
Alright.
All right.
And I am so suspicious of her and these unicorns. Alright, what does the one on mine say?
Are you gonna look down at the names on yours?
Yeah, what does the yellow one say?
Uh,
Which one were you looking at? The pink one? Is the one that
Yeah,
says the
That's the
B?
one that says fortune. The orange one says B.
B. And it just like it looks like 3 letters, not at all descript, just blanks basically.
Alright, what's the yellow one?
the one you're sitting on, when you look at its bridle, Baka, it seems to only have a few letters on it. The first 2 letters are PR blank blank blank.
Wait, so we got.
What's the pink one next to me?
You glance over at the one
The
next
light
to you,
pink, whatever.
looking for its
What
name
happened?
tag, and its name tag seems to already be there, and it says Fall. Fall.
Okay, I already know what one of them is.
You know that one? I'm not gonna write it down though. I think I know what this one is too.
Yeah, I know what that is. Alright, what's the...
I'm gonna go around to the green pair on the back, and I'm gonna shake those two out.
Alright, I'll go check out the purple and blue one.
Go with the blue one first. What's the blue one?
Me? My blue one or Larry's blue
Yeah.
one?
Mine are both green.
Yeah, that's turquoise and
That's
green.
turquoise.
I said blue.
I wanted to say one color.
The blue one likes like next to sun.
The blue one down there, Sal, actually has a name tag complete. It says Stitch.
Okay, and the purple one?
The purple one only has the third letter there out of 4. Blank blank in blank.
Like November in?
Yeah. Larian, you're glancing at your horses too, right?
Yeah, these two.
Give me the
Green
turquoise
turquoise.
first.
The turquoise one has the name Stone written on it, but the green one is missing 2 letters in the middle. Its name reads M blank blank S.
I go up to Rocky and I'm like, let's name this one Diana because she's cute like Diana.
I don't think that's right, boss. It won't fit there.
Can I roll a check to see if I can trust this chick or not? Because right now I'm like super distrusting. I
Yeah.
kinda,
Make another insight check.
I told her my love for unicorns and she upsets me. Again, it landed right in the middle. Y'all saw the other one, right?
I don't
Yeah.
see shit.
Yeah,
Well,
I saw that.
Boundary does a 7.
whatever. That's fine.
It's just judging from the way she just spoke to you, she seemed just worried when you were shouting, but it looks, I mean, you think she's being sincere when she's saying she's trying to help.
Yeah, alright. Hey, I think this one's name is Pride. The yellow one.
What was the other one's name? Out of character. I didn't hear
Pride
it.
Fall.
Okay.
Fall. Yeah. Pride Fall.
So you gotta paint the names on there, is what you've been given here.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I'm
Sal's the
talking to
painter.
everyone.
Okay, so I have the paint.
I'm talking to everyone. What do you think? Pride?
Sal, this one's
Pride
name
sounds
is
good.
Diana.
Shut up, Rick.
I would like to drop down off the horse and go and hand her a... I'm gonna give her a blue lollipop.
Oh, what is this for?
It's for you. I'm sorry. We both love unicorns. A horse is a unicorn. I mean, a centaur is a unicorn. Well, whatever. All right, you got hooves.
She reaches down and takes the lollipop.
Point is, I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. I guess. And she puts it in her mouth.
Yeah, it's blueberry flavored.
Okay, Baka, so you said the yellow one, his name is Pride?
Pride Fall.
Okay. Where's the letters at, Jamie?
On which horse?
On the yellow one? Where does it look like the name is written?
It's PR space space space. Oh, it's on the
Yeah,
saddle.
no, I know that. Oh, it's on the saddle. Okay.
Or the bridle,
Correct.
which is the...
Yeah.
Isn't that the part of the thing you hold onto on the saddle, right?
Yeah, there's a name tag dangling on it.
Okay. So we all agree pride for the yellow one?
What about Diana?
Diana doesn't fit in any of these spaces.
Yeah, pride sounds good to me. I'm thinking well, I'm good with pride. I think we try that. Write that in.
Rick's over by himself. We're all just over here like trying to get this shit.
Alright, so, in my absolute worst handwriting,
Stovey, get over here.
because I tried to make it look good, but it's just not doing it.
I don't like Stovey. Oh my God.
I write I-E.
I forgot.
As I'm watching him write this, does this like make sense to me? Like, is he writing this normally?
What's it look like
Yeah,
again, Sal?
It's just my absolute worst handwriting. Like, I'm trying to make it look good. I mean, you can tell that it's IDE, but it's like, it's bad.
There you go, Larian. Yeah, there's your answer.
Hey Sal, can I have those?
Larry's just gonna end up doing fucking everything for us. We're so goddamn incompetent.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, here you go. I hand him
Yeah.
over the bucket of paint and the
Like,
brushes.
you got me. I've got selective reading.
So I'll
We,
I'll just try and kind of fill in what he was finishing, but like clean it up a bit.
If it ain't got shit to do with the spell, I don't fucking read it.
I'm gonna try and match the style of like the filled-in name on the other one. I'm gonna try and make it match too.
All right.
As close as
While he writes the name on there, do we notice anything different occurring to the horse or?
Nope, nothing
Uh,
changes. Just has gold paint on the rest of its name now.
What
so,
is what is
I'll be right back in 1 second.
Diana's reaction to it?
She
'Cause I'm
seems,
focusing heavily at Diana.
she seems to be just watching intently with their hands together like this, just looking with the utmost curiosity and slight worry as she's watching you do this.
we're committed. So I guess I finished filling in pride, and I'll just go to the next one. And I think this one is supposed to be fortune and bold.
I agree with that.
What about beautiful?
That still doesn't fit, Rick.
Possible, but not too many letters. What? I guess I'll start to write in bold then. Same thing. I'll try and copy the style on the other bridle so that they match as much as I can make it.
All right.
I turn to Dwayne and I'm like, I can't let these guys show me up, and I follow them over to the next one.
And this one was Stitch and 2 blanks and blank, or was this one the stone one?
Stone one.
This was stone. Okay. I think this one might be stone and moss, but I don't really know. I don't.
What does the other horse say on it?
The
Well,
fourth
that would-
pair are the ones you're at right now, Richard.
One we're looking at now.
I miss.
One of the horse's name tags says stone. The other reads M blank blank S.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
put in fortune and bold on the other one, and now we're on this one.
I think that makes sense.
It
The
might be
rolling stone
mass.
gathers no moss.
Because we want to cultivate mass.
Yeah, I think moss. Pretend I was following y'all.
We're all in agreement then. Moss.
And it's green, so it makes sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna write in moss and I'm gonna copy the style and try and, especially because it's MOSS, I'm gonna make sure that S matches, the other S.
Okay.
Make sure it's all nice and clean. And then I guess we're on to the last pair. Control. This one.
What?
That's
Space,
the
space, and space. And the
Stitch.
other one is Stitch. I think it's Stitch in time.
I turned to Dwayne, and I'm like, Dwayne, and obviously I'm saying this in Infernal, what do you think Stitch and blank blank and blank might mean as a proverb?
Are you asking the Rock
Yeah, I'm asking Dwayne.
an Infernal?
Yeah, of course, I'm gonna talk to him.
Okay, I'll tell you what. With disadvantage and a -1.
Oh, fuck.
Aw.
A stitch can switch if you have an itch.
Wayne, when did you become such a poet?
Are they all?
Smile, nod him. I give him a fist bump. I put my hand out to deliver a fist bump. Respect,
all
Wayne.
speak-
Respect.
Are they
Anyway, he doesn't know the answer.
Wait. Baka, what are you saying?
Are they all just speaking infernal to each other?
Yeah, they were all speaking Infernal right there.
So whenever I talk to
That's what it
Dwayne, I don't
sound like.
speak in Infernal. I just understand what he's saying, and I speak regular comments on back to
Oh,
him.
that's right.
Yep.
Because I'm an idiot.
Okay. So Richard doesn't know Infernal. It's just because it's his familiar or whatever.
No, I know Infernal. I just
No,
don't
he
speak
does.
it.
He just doesn't
Oh,
speak.
okay.
I know Rock.
Do you speak Infernal?
He can speak rock.
I can speak
I
Rock.
guess I wouldn't have heard you speak Infernal. Anyway. So, he didn't know the answer, but Stitch and...
No, man, I've had an itch sometimes. After I got a stitch.
Yeah, but the third letter in itch is D, so... we know that doesn't work. Bone?
It's
Itchin'.
space in as in like no.
November.
Correct.
Pine.
It was blue and purple. No.
Ditch and
Pine?
pine.
Do I notice any particular identifying details on these that would set it apart from that might be a clue to the name too?
Listen, fortune favors the bold.
Can I get a really good look at this whole? I'm gonna
The
inspect this
prideful
unicorn.
will fall. Stitch and tine. Stone on a moss.
Make an investigation check, Larian. This will be quite the high roll. We'll see if you notice it and you can get a hint.
Is this a Fey horse?
And this will be just a regular investigation check.
Okay. Did I do it?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch. Oh,
You're looking around for any type of hint or clue you could find on this horse to go with its name, but nothing seems to stick out.
I think tine. No.
What is
It's-
time?
it's an N, not an M. What else do you do with stitches other than wounds? You sew.
Mend.
Ooh.
Stitch and mend.
Ooh.
Stitch and mend. That fits.
That does fit.
It does fit. I feel pretty good about that one. I'm gonna put it.
So, should do you think it's pride and fall, or is it proud and fall?
The pride comes before the fall.
Pride is the hero's downfall.
You're
Yeah,
a wizard, right, Bakaluta?
Yeah.
If you want, you can make a history check to see if you can remember any proverbs related to Stitch. Okay, you've read a couple books, but not enough. You don't remember jack all about Stitch.
Can I do that for all the other ones to make sure?
If you want to.
Okay. This is the pride and fall one. Hold on. Wait, what was it? I'm sorry. History?
Ooh.
Yeah, history.
That's my history check for pride and fall.
Which one you said for Pride and Fall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one to the right.
It's yellow and lavender.
You think back to any proverbs that you may have seen or heard that have pride and fall in it, and one does ping in your mind, and you remember pride goes before a fall.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Do the pink and orange one and fortune and bull. Well, I know that one's right. I don't need to do that one. Stitch and mend. Can I do the blue and purple one? Oh wait,
Sure.
did I do that one?
Blue and purple one is it's the one you're at currently. That y'all
Wait,
that
wasn't
you
that
already
the
tried.
one that I tried that one already? Okay.
You did try that
Let
one.
me try the stone and moss one. I just want to make sure.
Sure.
A rolling stone gathers no moss.
I think that's right. Yeah. Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm going with y'all.
Do you
I
say
agree
that
with
out
y'all.
loud, Sal?
Yeah, I said it out loud before too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
So I'm just agreeing with him there. Yeah, I
Even-
think it's stitch
yeah,
and mend.
It pings in your mind about the stone and moss immediately, Baco, after he says that.
Y'all, the rest of them sound good. I don't know jack all for this.
Hold up. I'm a scholar of these proverbs, poets, whatever you call it.
He's a bard.
It's true.
Let me see if I can think about it. Do you mind if I roll a history check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Well,
I think it's Stitch and Bitch.
we'll take that.
After you stitch up, you gotta shut the bitch up.
I was gonna ask if I could too, because I do have good history, but now I feel kind of bad because Richard also asked.
Y'all are welcome to try if you want to. Just know that it's fairly
Try.
difficult.
Do it.
I mean, I've read some books in my day. Not enough books though.
Oh my god! Wait, what did I roll?
I
God
don't
damn
know.
it.
Nothing showed up.
Show.
He fucking knows immediately.
Larian. You're thinking back. Men sounded good. Men sounds perfect for this. Something. If you have a stitch, you just have to mend. But then you think back and you swear you've never heard of that before. But there's another proverb that comes to mind. A stitch in time saves 9. You're almost positive you've heard that in the past.
Oh. Well. Yeah. I'm just gonna write it in then. I'm gonna write it, and then I'm just gonna look at it proudly, like, yeah, that's the one.
You're spelling men wrong.
Yeah, no, don't worry, no. That's Fae for mend.
You're lucky
Oh.
I can't read this.
You can't read that?
It has nothing to do with the spell. I'm uninterested.
Stitch and 9. It's an old thing.
Can I roll insight check to see if he's messing with me? That's Fae for men.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was sarcastic. I'm not good at sarcasm, so I'm fucking new.
I think that's sarcasm. Who gave this guy the brush? Sal, take over.
I got in trouble the last time I took over.
Well, I'll do it.
No, I keep the brush away from him. It's Stitch and 9. It's an old saying. It rang a bell. Trust me.
How old are you?
Old enough. Diana's
Old
gonna
enough for what?
read books.
Oh, okay.
So, after you guys paint the last name on there, Diana comes clopping around and says, please, now, choose your horse, and I will start it up. And they will... And she looks around a bit, and just looks like she's checking for something, and then looks towards you and says, they will speak to you.
We just pick any horse.
She nods and starts hopping back over towards her cart.
Speak to us.
I dash for the green one.
I guess I'm gonna go to the red one.
I'm gonna stay here, I guess. Oh, Rocky.
Everybody
Go for the
split
yellow
into your
one.
light parties. Let's pair up.
light
Is
party
Stovey
friend.
still? Oh,
Friend.
did you just grab him?
Yeah.
I was trying to.
Stovey
make him
cannot fit on a horse.
I know. I was trying to. Get off.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So you guys all hop on a unicorn as instructed, and the ride starts to slowly spin. The music fills the air. The unicorn starts transitioning from their wooden form to almost realistic neighing and trotting along in a circle. And then all of you hear a cacophony? You hear a lot of voices, all in your mind, all in unison. And they say, "We will answer 3 questions. Please ask, and we will help."
This character. Wow. Are we here? Are we all hearing the same voice, or are we all hearing like our own individual like?
You all
sounds?
hear that, but there's no way you all would know that you all heard that. So as soon as you hear that, you can look at your friends and you whatever
Did you
y'all
guys
do.
hear that?
The question. Question mark. That's another question.
Oh,
Uh,
wasn't to them.
Guys, I think we should
I know-
ask if Diana has a crush.
God damn it!
on me.
I know what we should do.
I'm gonna ask if Diana thinks I'm
Here's-
hot.
Here's
No.
a question. This
Rick,
is a
don't
very
listen to Richard.
Listen, this is a very important RP question, though. Did y'all
Yeah.
tell me the conversation that y'all were having while I was flying around?
No,
No,
and you
I don't
probably
think so.
wouldn't have heard
Y'all
it.
are fucked and good luck.
Larian,
Godspeed, gentlemen. I
Hold-
know
hold
what
on,
y'all
hold on,
need
hold
to
on.
ask.
Larian, when you looked around and you asked, "Did you guys hear that?" Your mouth actually didn't move. You all heard that in your heads.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like it took a question. I was gonna be like, no, goddamn genies.
You just communicated via telepathy.
Okay.
Oh god, I think we're in Baka's head. And all I hear is a unicorn song go doo 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 doo.
It's literally the unicorn, like, Pop-Tart cat over and over again. That's what it is.
I think we need to choose very carefully what we ask. These
Yes.
things.
Does she have a boyfriend?
No, nothing.
She into me?
No.
How many kids?
I think Larry should be the one to ask the questions.
You don't want to ask a
Designated
unicorn
question
question?
Or ask her.
You guys, I got any good questions?
Can I tell them out of character?
I'm fine with that.
One of y'all needs to ask what we lost.
I wouldn't know what that is or what you're talking about.
She mentioned something to you, the horse lady.
Yeah, but I noted it. I'm not really
What?
too interested in it right now.
What drew you here? Well, Sal would be interested in it.
I would be very interested in it
What drew
because
you here?
I just felt the urge to come to the carnival.
Sorry, I
other
had to eat
than
something.
the fact that we were going to be attempting to perform.
I also am pretty upset that I can't write my autograph anymore.
I'm fine.
I think we should ask that question. Why
Why are we here?
why did we lose something to well, hang on.
I know a good question we should ask. We should ask why. We should ask about how we all had to ticket for us.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
But I don't know how to also word it. If we should want to know who left us the ticket or why we have the tickets. I feel like if we ask why we have the tickets,
Can we have a compound question?
it would probably just count as 2 questions. We have 3 questions, so we can ask a 3-part compound question. I think if we ask why did we have the tickets, we'll get some bullshit answer like we were drawn here for some purpose, and it'll be unsatisfying. I think we have to. I'm getting some genie vibes. We gotta be careful with our questions.
Yeah,
Well-
for sure.
Aren't you something or other?
I am some things and others as well. Yeah.
You're a fire demon of some sort. That's along the same lines as the genie.
True. That's why I'm suspicious. I know my people. My Genasi brothers. Although this is Faye, so it has nothing to do with that, so stupid.
How did we get these tickets?
Would I know?
No, you don't ask that.
Somebody left it for you.
Don't ask that.
Yeah, Nicholas Midnight gave them to us.
Would I
That's
know
how
the
we got
best
'em.
way to ask this?
Would you?
I'm asking as a wizard, Harry.
Uh-huh.
Would I know that we have to be extremely careful with our wording?
Well, why don't you ask them that?
Can't trust him. God damn it.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
out.
asking. I'm asking out of character. This is a DM question.
I think when you're talking to a shopkeep, you should always be very careful with your wording.
Yeah, but because this.
The answer's yes.
No, I don't. Okay.
Yeah, and that was him subtly hinting at a yes.
DM.
DM mystery talking at us.
Where you sleep. I know where you sleep.
You remember where he sleeps, or you know where he sleeps?
Yes. See.
Damn, we gotta ask 3 of these questions. How do we ask about the tickets?
All right, we need to out of character get this down, Pat, real fast. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in knowing like who authorized there being 4 tickets for us.
Yeah,
Free.
Kind of that.
Free
Yeah, like
tickets.
who wanted us to be here?
that's
Well,
what
are
I'm
the
saying.
tickets actually free
I
though?
think the important thing is not
Yeah, we didn't pay for
why
them.
tickets, who tickets,
But-
all that. I think the important thing is who wants us here,
Yeah.
But
or why we're
I know we
wanted
didn't-
here.
we might have not paid them with commerce or currency, but we did pay for the tickets. I'm not sure if Zama knows about that.
As far as I'm aware, these tickets were just here. They were free. No strings attached other than all
So
the
am I
spec
am I
stuff.
able to, like, out of character, kind of go over what happened before? This is still like part of the lore or not? Jamie?
If you want to, but before that, you hear 3 separate voices, all of you, all in your minds. As you hear, "Oh, this one seems to have lost its writing." "Well, just let them ask questions when they're ready." "Ooh, this one has something it doesn't even want."
Did I hear all that?
All of you heard all of that.
What does that mean? What do I have that I don't want? No, wait, don't answer that. No, wait.
I could ask, how do I get my writing back?
Yeah.
Well,
That's a decent question.
But that doesn't really help us with the ticket situation. So,
It's
I
your question.
mean, because you're actually, this is out of character. You're actually in the dark right now about the lore with what happened with us in the carnival before this, because I don't think you watched the episode.
I am as unknowledgeable as Larian is. I don't know what you guys did before the carnival. I don't know what brought you here. I don't know anything about your characters.
So, I mean, it's up to
I
you.
know about the lost things. Larian obviously doesn't. Although, I mean, he obviously know how to write.
So, I mean, but technically, something happened that, I mean, I wouldn't know 100% that you happened to it, but I would assume that it would happen to you as well. Jamie, you understand what I'm saying?
Kinda?
Kind of. I don't want to say because I don't want to ruin it for Zama.
You don't want to say what you have because you don't want to ruin it for him?
Well, do you guys remember?
You can tell me about lost things stuff.
What did
It's
we
not
all
gonna.
lose?
Like affect
It's
his
not
character.
gonna.
That's a good question.
No.
That's a good question.
I quit because I heard y'all say stuff. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. What did we all lose?
Do you
Let's
ask
ask
the unicorn you're sitting on that?
Oh no.
By the way, you are amazing and I love you.
You
You know
hear
what you lost.
a mixture of 8 voices speak when you say that. And it says, "Not lost necessarily, but stolen. It's been stolen from you. Your fashion sense."
But no way, I look great. Right, guys?
We heard the answer to, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Also, you seem to
That
have lost the
explains
ability
a
to open
lot.
a door without knocking on it first.
What? That's ridiculous. Show me a door. I'm gonna try this next time. You'll see.
One is used, two remain.
Let's be.
Well, I did ask what we all lost.
Oh, I thought you asked what you lost.
No, I
No,
said,
she did
what
ask
did
what
we
we all lost.
all lose?
Oh. Okay, well, they continue then. The druid lost his artistry. Stolen, more so as well. Also, he can't seem to tie or untie non-magical ropes. The performer, the actor, seems to have lost his handwriting, also stolen, and can't light non-magical fires.
What? Dwayne, give me a match.
Yeah.
Dwayne reaches in your pack and grabs like a small piece of flint.
I try like lighting it.
Sparks, but nothing ever comes from it.
Sal.
I could light a fire.
And then what about Larion? That's not the question. That's like we're
Well,
waiting for them.
Yeah, is at the end of the whispers? Is that
What
The end of the
land
answer?
lose?
You have
And, I just
two
assumed that's...
questions left.
Wait, that was it? Oh, okay, that was the end of his...
I've not lost anything like that, so that sucks for you guys. Sorry about that.
What the hell?
You wanna ask how do we gain it back? How do we take it back?
Well, I mean, again, I look great. I don't know what they're talking about, but I mean, it's a unicorn, so I trust them.
Well, you guys got some other shit going on. You can ask about that and then save the last question for the tickets.
All right, I'll do that then. How do we gain? I asked the unicorn. How do we gain what was lost back?
What was stolen?
Lost / stolen.
You hear
And or what if any?
you only hear one voice respond to this one. Well, that's simple. Just steal it back. And then you hear another voice afterwards. I think they're looking for more details. And then another voice pops in and says, Nonsense! They simply asked how to get it back.
It details how to do it.
Everything is
Do we want to
silent
learn about the
after
details?
Well, that. Do you guys want to use the third question to fix that one, or do you want to find out about the tickets?
Tickets. We need to know more about. Oh, but can't we ask
Yeah.
other people about tickets?
I'm going to guess that not many people got here for free.
Well, I don't think we got here
Oh,
for
you're
free.
still trying to figure out why
Well,
we're
yeah.
here. Yeah. Who wanted
Well-
us here?
Well, I
where
didn't pay anything, and as far as I'm aware, I didn't pay for these tickets, and they were just here for us. Regardless, that's probably the part that most people probably didn't experience. Tickets waiting here for them.
Okay, well, word it
You-
correctly.
Well, Richard, you think you paid for these tickets? Do you know who might have left them?
So I recall a couple of days before we were here, I had a very odd dream where I was going into a festival and I snuck in without an admission ticket. And then I was caught. And something was taken from me.
All this
You were caught.
communication is also telepathically. A voice interrupts you as you say that,
we
Richard.
all-
Right after you finish that last sentence, it says, well, stolen's more accurate, but yes.
I was a younger version of myself, and I somehow snuck into the carnival. And something was stolen from me.
Oh man, that was my dream too, but like that actually happened to me. I mean, I went to the carnival. I remember it was my first taste of food. That's why I'm so excited to be here. I don't remember most of this.
And you think that's why the tickets were here?
Maybe?
I think we just want to know then who.
I just have
for us.
a hunch.
Do you want to find out if your hunch was right?
Add in detail.
I
Well,
think
it's
we'd
either
ask
who or
left.
why.
I think we'd ask who left the tickets.
I would say who authorized the tickets to be left for us.
What about for
Who
what
authored?
reason were tickets left for us?
Well, that's
Find
obvious.
out why
That's
instead
on
of
the
who.
side.
Yeah, we'd have to
Yeah.
be really careful with that question.
We could do who.
I mean, it's probably going to be.
And then we could put two and together. Whoever left the tickets to us is probably the same person who stole.
It
And
will.
that's who we need to talk to.
Well, here's the thing. Weren't we supposed to? We're supposed to be here to perform anyways. I mean, I don't know why Larry's here.
Look, as far as I can tell, you guys aren't actually performers.
Nonsense.
Larry.
I'm just saying. I for a second, I was actually convinced when Diana recognized Richard, but that was a bullshit thing. So I'm just saying. I don't think you
take
guys
out my
are.
loot and I perform a song.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Richard. I love your music. I'm a big fan, but I might be your only fan.
We're from Salmon and Sons.
On top of spaghetti,
I love it.
all covered in cheese.
Yeah, rock on, baby.
Yeah.
No.
These poor unicorns. I feel so sorry for them. They're having to deal with this. This is probably the most excitement they get in like a really long time.
All right.
So if we ask who, we'll at least get a clue. I don't know why I rhymed.
All right then. Who left us?
Wait, no. Who
No.
authorized us? Who authorized to leave the tickets for us to get into the carnival?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the question.
Do you ask that specifically?
Yes,
And
I asked
why?
that specifically. Who authorized to leave the
and or
tickets for
why?
us to get into the carnival? And or why?
And why?
No, just who? Just who?
That's
No,
two
well,
questions, so just
yeah,
say
no.
who.
Who authorized to leave the
It's
tickets
a
for us to get in?
compound. It's a compound. Who and why?
I know that one.
Please, I love you, and I lovingly stroke my unicorn's mane.
You asked this question, Larian, and
I pull
all
out a candied apple.
all 8
Please.
voices respond to all of you, and they say, "Ellywick, Tumblestrum, the Planeswalker."
Does that
You're gonna have to spell
does that name mean anything to me?
No.
And say yeah, spell it again, please.
Ellywick,
Ellywick.
Tumblestrum. And that
What a
name,
fucking
Ellywick Tumblestrum.
Oh, he used to smoke weed of Johnny Hopkins back in high school.
So, just Ellywick Tumblestrum, the Planeswalker.
yes.
Okay, cool. So all I'll say is his name, Ellywick Tumblestrum, the Planeswalker.
Why that goes off? Can I'm gonna be like, who's that? Why do you want us here?
The ride
Why?
starts to slow down to a crawl until it completely stops. Diana
my
comes
unicorn
clopping
grab
over.
Did my unicorn try and eat the candied apple at all?
It did not.
Oh, I'm very upset.
Does Diana think I'm hot?
Hops over and asks, did you find what you were looking for? Did it help?"
Just left me with more questions.
God damn it, Rick! Right as I drank some water. Yeah, right. More questions, but Ellywick. Does that name ring is that familiar to me at all?
Doesn't sound familiar in the slightest to any of you.
Diana.
Yes?
Ellywick Tumblestone.
Oh my!
Is that the old steed that you've been talking about?
They literally just said it like 3 seconds ago. It's Ellywick Tumblestrum. How did you get it wrong?
No, I've never heard the name before.
Guys, I swear to God, I'm RPing right now. I'm not this stupid.
I repeat it too. I'm hilarious. Like, they're wrong. I know you know, Rick. I know you know, Rick. Don't worry, I know.
No, I actually typed it wrong.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rick, I need to admit it.
No, I mean audience. No, I'm super intelligent. So this Elliot Tumblestone guy you've never heard of?
Doesn't he?
I have not.
Elliot Tumblestone.
Larry, what were you saying the guy's name was?
Sadly drop off my horse.
Ellywick Tumblestrum, the Planeswalker.
What about the Planeswalker? You ever hear of that?
Such a strange title. No, I haven't.
Thank you, Diana. I don't think that immediately helped us, but it's definitely more than we had before.
I hop back on Stovey.
Well, whatever else you're doing here, please enjoy the carnival. And if you want to ride again, I'll let you ride for free anytime.
One ride's good enough for now.
Yeah, we had to go eat. We can get
I
our
give
strength up for
her-
our performance.
I give her my. Oh, how many do I have left? I think I only have 2 left. I give her one of the 2, the one that I didn't try and feed to the horse. Unicorn candied apple to her. And I say, now we're BFFs.
She takes the candied apple, and
And our love for unicorns will be, our love for unicorns will bring us even closer.
she smiles at you and says, "They are quite lovely, little one. Thank you."
And I just hop back on Stovey.
Diana, we'll see you later at the performance. Fellas, it's time to get fed.
Good. As they start walking back off again, I'm gonna stay with Diana for a second. I'm gonna say, thank you again for your help. It's really appreciated. And I mean it because I know you're taking a risk. Don't give up hope. You've made it this far.
She smiles at you and says, "Thank you. I mean that. Thank you."
That's off the screen. Don't go off there.
I mean it too. Thank you again, Diana.
She
No,
nods
no.
at you.
I go
You
back.
see, are there any trees in this area?
There.
You already asked that question.
Not this area. Not
Yes, in the fly
specifically, not
before.
this area.
There
Larry, are
are
you
no
and Diana-
trees in this area.
Larry, are you and Diana going out now?
I don't want to make Richard jealous.
What'd you say?
Down low. And then I give him like a really big exaggerated wink. Like, I'll be
Nice.
quiet. Yeah.
So as we start walking up, I'm gonna pull out the map again just to make sure we're going the right direction.
Mhm.
I want to take one last look at the pack meter at the bottom.
This is the best day ever. And then I pull out my funnel cake and I go, anybody else want some? And I just automatically get him a piece to sell.
I'm also intrigued of the map now because I asked her about like the VIP tent / staff area, and I'm trying to see. She said there's an area on the map for staff, so I'm trying to look to see where that's at.
Well, Larry has the map, so you
Yeah, I
know,
walk. By him.
Yeah, no, I let him look at, with me. Well, actually, first,
like me.
did my face in the corner change at all?
At the bottom right?
Yeah.
Nothing seems to have changed.
Stupid packs. I had hand Rick the map and let him look for whatever he wanted to look for. And also, when I hand it to him, I'm just watching to see if the thing in the bottom right changes at all when someone else is holding it.
Ah, the staff area. We should go there after eating so we can get our tent set up and get ourselves checked in. I also asked out of character to Jamie, do I know how much time has gone by?
Oh, there is a staff area.
You sense about an hour has gone by now.
So I'll look around to the crew. You guys feel about an hour's gone by?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me roll a dice to see if I realize that an hour has gone by. Yeah, about.
All right, I guess it's watering time then. So I pull out my water. Or no, I think I had a
I'm gonna decide if I paid attention or not.
I had a what's it called? What are the things I use of water plants in? I can't think of it right now.
Water can?
A watering
Watering
can.
can?
I'm losing my mind.
Pail?
Yeah,
A
pail.
pail.
I take out the pail that I had and I fill it up with water from my water skin and I just dump it over my head. And I'm
Okay.
like, nothing's fresher than Trident.
You feel like you've refreshed the crown on your head currently.
While Rick's still holding the map, what's that bottom right thing doing, huh? Any change? It says 4 out of 5.
Are you talking about the aura at the bottom right of the map?
Yeah, the bottom right, the faces. It says on the 4th one, or did it change at all when he watered his plant?
It's still just sitting there right now.
At the same spot? Okay.
All right, Larry, take this back. I don't want to get it wet.
Alright, I take the Batman, put it away, and... Alright, and we keep going this way. Feasting Orchard should be right around the corner.
The what?
I'm following Zama.
I'm
I'm
following them,
I'm following Larry.
but I'm also using the bathroom for 30 seconds because there's a porta potty right there, and I'll be right back.
Did you say bees?
As you're
Feasting.
Oh, feasting. Oh God, I thought you said the bee sting area, and I was like, what?
No, that would be different.
That sounds horrible. I don't want that.
as you're walking to the feasting orchard, you start walking past a bunch of sunflowers that are a little tall. They're maybe like half a foot tall. And once you pass like maybe about 6 or 7 of them, they all spring from the ground and start serenading all of you.
Oh my God, they're adorable.
They serenade you for about 15 seconds and then end it on a gentle note and just plunge themselves back into the ground and look like normal sunflowers again.
That was weird.
You
How
continue
good was
on.
the song?
It was pleasant. It was like a lullaby almost.
Larian liked this.
Larian like this.
Larian will remember this.
That's my line.
So you guys continue on into the feasting orchard. Let's go ahead and transition this map. I'm going to give you a blurb about what's happening here. Music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stilt walkers pluck fruit from nearby trees. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum. And everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard.
Why is there so much custard? Like different kinds, or just the same kind of custard?
There seems to be just a lot of custard around. I'm not familiar with maybe like vanilla and chocolate, just different custards.
Also, real quick, while we're looking at
Guys,
this, as
you
we're
would
walking-
not believe what's inside the toilets here.
Anyway, while we're walking towards the other, as we continue walking, I'm gonna pull some rope out of my backpack. I'm gonna hand it to Sal. Sal, can you just try? They said that you can't tie a knot or tie a rope. Have you tried?
No.
Do you want to?
Is it magic?
No, it's a regular rope.
Alright, I'm gonna try and tie a knot in this rope.
Okay, you try to tie the knot, and no matter what, even when you tie it proper and go to tighten it, it just loosens and falls apart.
I can't do it.
Cool. Okay, I put it away.
Oh.
That's weird. That means that Baka actually has to knock on doors.
I have
Is
to
there-
what now?
Is there a door anywhere? Everything's a tent, right?
Everything around here is a tent. There's food being
Don't
sold
know
to the
what you're
south,
talking about. Look, we've
north.
been in it. We went through some doors, didn't we? At some point, right?
No.
When's the last time you've gone through a door?
Yes.
Which, for a matter of fact, Sam, when's the last time you tied a knot?
I don't remember.
And the last thing I remember is lemons. And then I look over and I see the two frogmen over there. What are they doing?
They look like they're just kind of standing there, just kind of dancing back and forth. There's a group of 4 right next to you also dancing and singing right now. And the frog knights seem to be enjoying it, but they're standing there armored up. They have little spears in their hands just dancing. And
But do they look like lemons?
they look similar to Blemons.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're not lemons.
I don't think I've been able to write since Blemons.
What's up, lemons?
He's this frog dude we met in town who invited us to the carnival to perform.
He looks like those guys, but he was cooler looking.
Whoa, yeah, you can't say that out loud.
Wait. So, the last time you remember writing? Wait, is that what you're saying? The last time you remember writing?
Yeah, we went on this adventure, and I was writing so many autographs because everyone loved my performance.
Oh, dude, he was making bank.
But then we met Blemons in town, and I performed. And I remember trying to write an autograph to someone in the bar afterwards, and I couldn't.
Do you think he cursed you out of jealousy?
Probably.
I mean, you did really good on that performance.
I showed him up.
You did.
Even though he got more clapping and cheers, I showed him up.
Yeah, you did. You did a great job, Rick. You did great.
I'm gonna go talk to his brother right now.
Wait, what?
Blemons has a brother here?
Wait, I didn't say that.
Let's eat and discuss this.
Actually, yeah, let's get some food first.
I'm still like nibbling on funnel cake, like sitting on top of Stovey this whole time. I'm just letting Stovey do the walk for me.
Is there
You want to?
So, I was using the bathroom, and I run back to join the crew. Was there any kind of description about this place when I came in?
There was. Summed up, there's a lot of music and happiness going on here. People are dancing, people are singing, food's being sold at all these stalls. Stilt walkers are plucking fruit from nearby trees, musicians are playing instruments. Everywhere there's stuff going on, and there seems to be a lot of custard in the area, too. Speaking of
Am I able custard in the area, you said?
Yeah. Sal, you pass by a tree walking into this area, like right behind you.
I stop immediately. I bow to it. That's so nice to meet you, my lord.
Dwayne the Rock also stops by the tree and says,
Oh, you want that's. Oh, good to meet you, proper highness. Good leaves.
as we walk in, am I able to hear or see how many musicians are playing right now?
You see one right next to you. Seems to be playing a flute that sounds pretty decent. 3 of them around dancing and singing. A lot of folks in the middle seem to be just eating right now, with a few of them kind of swinging back and forth. And you can see one that seems to be playing really well over here.
Oh, I see the person to the left, and I hear them playing, like, you know, some basic-ass tune. You know, like top 50 pop hit, like, bullshit. But then I see this guy over here, or girl, and I hear them playing, and I'm like, wow. I'm, like, blown away. For someone, like, of my standards, I'm blown. I'm like, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna check this person out.
So when you approach this gnome, you see that she's actually sitting on a swing that's hanging from the branch of a pear tree. plucking strings on her lute while watching you the entire time walk over to her. And as soon as you walk up, she stops strumming and says, "Hello."
Hello. You must have recognized me.
Well, of course I did. How could I not?
Of course. I'm
Richard D. Ross.
I heard that you're playing my second ballad right there.
I start walking over to get to Rick.
You
Well,
must have seen me at one of my live shows.
Can't go too.
When you pass by these tables, you can see that a lot of these folks are eating custard right now. And you see a pixie that seems to be fluttering around some of them as they're eating. Almost looks like they're eating competitively a little bit as you walk by. But you continue on to Richard.
Is this an eating contest?
The gnome responds to you, "Well, sorta. It's not really your playing. It's more what you're going to play. Yeah, that makes more sense."
Wait, what?
She's playing
Hold up,
one of my
wait.
songs. This is amazing.
Finish with them first, and then come back to me.
Okay.
What is your name?
My name? Ellywick.
Mhm. Ellywick?
Mm-hmm.
The Planeswalker?
Tumblestrum?
Oh, you've heard of me too. Neat.
What?
So I kind of like look around at everyone because I'm kind of like, she's playing like one of my songs like perfectly,
And I would.
and I'm kind of like having like fireworks go off in my head because of what the unicorns told us. But I'm like, all right, keep it cool, guys, keep it cool. So
When he said, when Rick's like, keep it cool, whatever, I'm like, my hair is kind of like lit up a little bit more than normal.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. You said that you haven't heard me before, but you're playing what I'm going to play in the future, correct?
I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, probably later. Maybe even later today. Or maybe it's maybe a week from now? I'm not sure.
Are you an employee here at the carnival?
Nope.
Just a regular old fairgoer?
Kinda.
Wait, back up 1 second. Did you not say that like this elf or this guy right here stopped and said something to me
No. They're
as
just...
I walked by?
I said there was a pixie kind of fluttering about watching everybody, and it seems they're eating competitively, but they didn't say anything.
Oh, that was the reason I stopped. I thought one of them had said that. Never mind, just pretend I'm here.
Okay.
I'm eating my funnel cake. Carry on.
How did you say you know Richard?
We're famous.
Well, yeah, he will be.
No, we are.
If you think so, sure.
Yes.
You know who the rest of us are?
Well, it'd be
Nobody
silly
knows
if I
who you are,
didn't.
Larry.
That's Larian, your Bakaluda, and your Sal. And that funny little thing is Stovey. And that down there is Dwayne? Such a silly name for a rock.
Hold up.
He's
I mean,
rock.
I can understand how you can know who I am and play my music. But how you know Dwayne?
Stovey's like really happy. He's like doing like fist bumps in the air and shit.
Because he's exactly where he needs to be right now. How could I not know him?
Why do we need to be here?
Well, you need to be here for... She leans in a little close. I'm not sure you want me talking about it out loud, but the rest of you seem to all be missing something, and you want to get it back, right?
How do you know that? And also, I'm fine.
She grins and says, I just know.
Who are you?
That's a silly question. Ellywick Tumblestrum.
Planeswalker.
That's right.
How do
you guys heard
how
about
do you
me.
know about us?
She sighs and rolls her eyes. We just talked about this. We're gonna do it again already? Or have we already done it
my
already?
God. Rick, it's because we're famous. God.
Maybe this is already No.
This
This is the first time, right? Yeah.
this
First time for what?
planeswalker title. Is it a title? A role?
Wait. First time for what?
We're talking. And Planeswalker's more of a... That's something you guys came up with. I don't know what that is.
I've never heard. What? We came up with this?
Yeah,
Wait.
You guys come up with this?
type.
No.
No, the unicorn said.
The unicorns told us that.
Nah, no unicorn told us anything.
I mean,
my unicorn
London
on
told
my
us that.
necklace. His name is Charles.
Are you a time traveler?
Time traveler. That sounds weird.
Fucking
I don't think
Doctor
so.
Who shit.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey, spacey, wacy
Are you a
bullshit
time
going on over
traveler?
here.
I could write a song about it, and she just starts strumming a little bit.
how'd you learn how to play the lute so well?
She smiles slyly at you, Richard, and says, I've had a lot of time.
How much time?
Time traveler would say.
Yeah.
Long enough to get this good, I think. Do you think I sound good? I think I'm pretty decent.
And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my god, she's better than me. But in front of my head, I'm like, you're getting there.
I'm glad you think so.
Rick,
Yeah.
you should have her open for you.
Oh yes, Ellywick. My opener has a case of the
Fizzles.
can't summon frogs or some shit. Do you want to open for us?
Nah. I just like hanging out here.
Are you
know
waiting
my-
for us here?
No.
So it's
What do
just a coincidence that you know us and are here at the same time.
No, not at all. Nothing's a
Ain't got no
coincidence.
tickets. No.
Is it all fate?
This seems like, it feels like we're wasting time here, but I feel like all this is also supposed to happen, including me explain this right now. So, yeah, it's all fate.
What?
So
That
there's no
sounds
such
cute.
thing as free will?
Wow, that's very philosophical.
Out of
Very
character.
suspicious.
You guys want me to be like, why did you leave us tickets?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ellywick, why did you leave us tickets?
Because you guys are going to help Zabina.
Fucking
Awesome.
insight! Tell him.
You can't get a read on this gnome at all. She seems like
God
she's in a
damn it.
good mood and excited to talk to you, and at the same time throwing out just cryptic as hell things at you that don't make sense.
Okay, what did she say?
We're gonna help who?
Zabilna.
Say one more time. Can you spell that?
Zybilna.
Zabilna.
Hmm?
Who's Zabilna?
Very important. Very, 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 very important person that you're gonna help.
Are we gonna help him?
I don't know. That's for you to figure out, right?
Where are they?
Far, far away.
Well,
Well, we're here right now.
how do you know that we're gonna help him? What if we decide to just go? I don't know. Go play the ring toss, and go home.
Then you were gonna go play the ring toss and then go home.
And that helps Sibylla.
I don't know how it works. I just know that somehow you're gonna help Zabilna.
Why did you pay for our tickets? Just to help Sibylla?
Because she looks towards the air a little bit. Looks like she's thinking. And she says, I think I remember something about if I didn't, you guys would have been turned away. But because of you! And she points at you, Richard.
His what? What'd he do?
What do you mean? We're a live performance. We're the headliners. We would have gotten in anyway.
No, you're not. You're a liar.
What?
And you lied to the ticket guy too. I remember. Yeah. And so I had to do that here so you could get in. Yeah.
I am a lot of things, but a liar is not one of them. I am Richard D. Ross. Do you know who you are speaking to?
Yeah, he's famous.
Richard D. Ross, the soon-to-be famous.
No, he is famous.
No, I'm already famous. You played my second ballad.
Mm-hmm.
You must have heard me over at McConnery's. Over in Boulder's Gate.
Maybe. Huh.
I'm like very like upset with this gnome. Can I do trying to think like a perception check to be like trying to perceive like what she's like trying to do with us, if she's trying to deceive us or like
could make
fuck
an
with us.
Insight check.
Is that insight?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Oh god
Wow.
damn it.
Um,
So you did see me over in Boulder's Gate. That's how you know it. All right.
Okay.
can I make like a perception check to see if there's something if this is not like a normal gnome, like magical in some way, or like, you know, some kind of, or like, I don't know.
You could do an Arcana check to detect something like that. Perception may be more like noticing something physical. If you're trying to notice something maybe more mental, or that'd be an Insight check as well.
No, I guess they're kind of thing, because not like, it's like, I guess something magically different about them.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an Arcana check then.
Cool. Great.
You actually don't feel any magic from this thing. And sometimes you get a tinge of magic, but you think it's just your hair flaring up or something similar.
Yeah, it could be it.
Yeah, if you want to, Baka. Okay. It actually didn't take a lot to detect this, but when you start focusing your weave ability, your magic, to see if maybe there's something magical about this gnome as well. First, you're trying to detect some sort of school, but you don't even have to attempt. This gnome, Ellywick, seems to have some immense magical aura on her. You try to determine what school it's from, but it just keeps switching from evocation, divination, arcane. Like, it just, every school you can think of is emanating off this
I
character.
stopped stuffing my face with my funnel cake and I just stop for a minute and just stare. That's all I do. I just stop and stare. And like my eyes are real wide. Because I'm trying to comprehend just what the hell is happening right now. That's
I
it.
noticed
That's what's
Bakaluda
happening right
stop
now.
eating her food, and I know something's wrong. And I look down at her, and I say, "What is it, boy?"
That, she, I can't.
Timmy fell down a well?
I can't. She's everything and nothing, but
My head grows 5 sizes because I believe that this gnome heard me play once and memorized my music word for word and note from note. I'm just going like.
She's looking at you, Baka, and she raises a finger and says, "Oh, careful. If you're going to use any magic, it might be it could be a little overwhelming around me."
Overwhelming.
I'm gonna go alright.
Bye.
So this Sibylla,
I'm gonna
very important person.
Zabilna. Yes.
Sibylla.
I just sit down.
We need to help her out, but you don't know exactly what we need to help her out with, correct? Or him out with.
Correct. And the more I tell you, the more likely things will get messed up. So I'm not being specific on purpose.
I'm just mumbling to myself over here.
You said we're here to help Zabilna,
Mm-hmm.
and Zabilna's far away,
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
so she's not here yet.
Is that telling too much? No. She's close and far. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you work for Sylbilna?
No. No, I don't work for anybody. I'm independent.
Independent contractor.
I'm just staring at my funnel cake.
What can you tell us that we should do next then?
Well, she hops off of her swing, kind of brushes her pants a bit, and puts her loot on her back, and then says, I think keep having fun, talk to people, and always think that things aren't as they seem. Yeah, that's good advice, and you'll get there. At least I hope you'll get there. Nah, you'll get there, but I'll be around either way. And she holds up her hand and just snaps. And in a burst of flame, it engulfs her body in a harmless sensory effect. You don't feel any heat. And she's gone.
I hate two of those things, god damn it. And I go to sit down over here at this empty table.
I can't believe we met one of my fans in real life.
Stovey just kind of picks me up and brings me back to the group. I'm still staring at my funnel cake.
I just
forgot
sit down
that.
confused and suspicious.
I forgot to ask her, Larion. What should we eat first? The chef guy looks pretty interesting over here.
How does she fucking know all that? How does she
Probably doesn't matter what we eat first, but
know
you
her.
guys didn't know her?
Nope.
How does she not know the schools? But she knows all the schools.
And what
How
did
does
you
she
saw
do
her know all the magic?
How does she do that? How does she go so fast?
She's a fan of me. Of course she knows all the magic.
Is she even there?
While you guys are discussing this enigma, a small pixie flies up to your table and says in a high-pitched voice, Hello, welcome to the Feasting Orchard. Do you want to participate in the custard eating contest?
Custard eating?
What kind of custard?
Oh, that's what they're doing.
It's fairy cake with custard on top. Person who eats the most gets a prize.
I'm in.
Is this
Prize.
Well, that's a... And she leans close to you, Larian, and says, Secret.
I didn't ask about the prize.
That's true, you didn't.
Secret.
What did she
okay.
say, Larry? What did she say?
I can't tell you it's a secret.
Fuck.
How do we enter the contest?
4 entrants per table. 4 of you have to compete, and 1 of you will get the reward.
Alright, I'm in.
Okay.
How does she
I
know
can
the
eat.
schools of magic? I don't know.
Yeah, I like custard.
It's 1 ticket, 1
Okay,
chance to participate.
You in, or I'm gonna get Rocky in this?
My mind's
want-
broken right now.
Alright, so Dwayne will join next to Sal.
Okay, sure. Right back.
I'm broken staring at my funnel cake. Also, as a side note, I have eaten like 2 or 3 candied apples. I've had a bunch of food. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be in an eating contest.
You gotta take a huge shit.
I lean over to Rick
I'm gonna
while we're
bump-
waiting for this food to show up, and I say, "Hey, Rick, you see that dwarf behind us? She looks like the barkeep from what's the name of the town?"
Oh yeah. She
Does
does.
that frog look familiar?
She wasn't a big fan of me last time we were there.
A
I know her name is somewhere.
a bullywug knight and the pixie come back. The bullywug knight carrying a platter of these small cupcakes, just way too many, and slides them on the table. and then takes out a ticket puncher and says, "So, more are entering, are they? Good, good, good. Please, ticket if you will." And holds the ticket puncher out to you, Sal.
I hand it over.
And then you, Richard.
I hand mine over.
And then you, Larian. I didn't hear you say what.
I'm in. I
Alright.
hand it to him.
Make sure to mark these on your tickets as well.
Yep. already did.
And he stops at you, Bakaluta, and says, "Oh my, you look shook. Are you not participating? Is it too much?"
I'm literally just over here mumbling to myself, so.
"This one seems to have had a little too much fun." And he starts patting and rubbing your head. "Well, no matter. How about, ooh, a construct with a ticket? Well, how about you too, small one?" And he holds
His
the ticket.
name's Dwayne. He wants to play.
He holds the ticket puncher out to Dwayne. Dwayne holds out his ticket, and it gets punched. He says, "All right, I'm going to count to 3. You'll have 60 seconds to eat as many as you can. Whoever eats the most wins." Any other questions?
So this is just a free for all.
Between you 4. Yes.
The winner of us wins the prize, correct?
That is correct.
Is there any other rules?
No, just, eat as many cupcakes as you can. Don't be rude to others, of course, but I don't have to say that.
I'll look over at Dwayne, and he looks at me, and I give him a wink, and he knows what the plan is.
He shrugs his arm at you while saying, "I mean, you know I can't eat, right? I'll just look at it."
Yeah, you're not here to eat, bud.
All right.
You know what to do, right?
I think we knows the plan.
Yeah, I got it.
Remember that sickle move I told you about a couple fortnights ago?
Yeah.
There's a certain druid that might respond poorly to that.
Okay, I'll give him what's for.
Wait.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Thank you for your service and bringing us the food. Thank you.
So the Frog Knight bows to you and then says, "All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3." And as soon as he hits 3, you guys start shoveling some cupcakes. A couple things are going to happen here. So first, I'll go ahead and tell all of you, you can swallow a cupcake in about 3 seconds. And you can eat as many cupcakes safely as 3 plus your Constitution modifier. After that, you're going to need to make some rolls. So what's everyone's Constitution modifier that's participating, including Dwayne's?
13 plus 1.
Knowing that it's an eating contest,
Uh-huh.
I want to swap into bear form.
Okay. Off the rip, you turn into a huge bear and start shoveling these down. What should bear's Constitution modifier?
I believe it should be, I think, 16?
No, not its Constitution. It's modifier. So +1, +2, +3.
Oh, Constitution is +3.
Okay.
Wait.
Plus 2.
Yes, +3, sorry.
So I'm plus 1. So 13 plus 1.
All right. And what's
I don't know what Dwayne. Dwayne can't eat, so I don't think he has one.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna turn to that. Immediately after the contest starts, you start eating cupcakes as fast as you can. You eat 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Rick, when you hit 4, you're starting to struggle a little bit as you go for 5. Sal and Larian are still feasting. Dwayne runs in front of you, Sal, and starts tickling his own side while staring at you, bouncing up and down.
His own side?
Yeah, his own side.
Not you, you idiot! Tickle him!
Richard, I need you to make a Constitution savings throw.
You should say it's alright. Oh god.
Okay, you take 3 custard damage. Go ahead and mark that on your sheet, but it's not real damage, but take 3 damage.
Free cluster damage?
That's what's
Alright,
there.
down to 18 health. Also, my health's like messed up in the game, but it should be it's good on my sheet. I'll keep it honest.
All right, I can fix that later too. Let's see, and that would have been Cupcake 5, which all of you had no problem eating. We're on Cupcake 6. Larian and Rick.
Well, it would have been 4. 4 would have been the first one that he had a trouble with. Because
No,
5.
he has +1.
Oh wait, it's
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Is it at the 4th cupcake or would it be at the 5th cupcake?
This would be at the 5th cupcake that Rick would have struggled with that. He ate the 4th one fine.
Okay, gotcha.
So now we're on the 6th cupcake. Go ahead and Larian and Richard make a roll for me. Constitution savings throw.
Saving throw? Okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh shit.
Why'd you roll
Damn it.
privately?
Because
Doing some spooky shit, man.
do that. Fucking. Oh, I rolled better.
Okay, y'all are fine. Moving on to the next cupcake. This would be the 7th cupcake. So we're at 21 seconds now.
Is Dwayne messing with Sal at all, though?
Dwayne's still just dancing in front of you, Sal, just tickling himself. He's twirling in circles now.
I'm not paying attention at all.
Yeah, he's a bear,
I'm
right?
focused on this cupcake,
God
baby.
damn it.
Go ahead and make Constitution savings throws, all 3 of y'all.
How do I do that with the brown bear sheet?
Whatever it's.
Do I just click the Constitution?
Yeah, I think
Saving
so.
throw or ability check?
Yeah. Try the ability check, because that should come out to just Constitution plus 3. Yep, that's
Is that
accurate.
right? Okay.
That is accurate, and that is a failure. So you're gonna take 6 custard damage.
Damn, that's a lot of custard.
Yeah, too much custard, bud.
Moving on to the next one.
Bears and
How
custard.
much custard health do I have?
Whatever your max health is of your bear.
Oh fucking
Okay.
shit.
Hello.
All right.
Go all 3 of y'all. Go ahead and roll again. We're just gonna keep our truck
Yeah,
through
you
it.
can just leave it on the porch. I'll come down there and get it in a little bit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Thank you. Bye. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for you. Oh yeah, see, I gotta fix the stuff. Hold on. Got this. So, both of you eat your cupcake, no problem. Moving forward, you're stuffed right now. You're overstuffing yourselves. But Richard's gonna try to eat another one.
Are they actually tasty?
They are very tasty. They're losing their tastiness as the more you eat, though. As Richard takes another 7 custard damage. Go ahead and roll again. We're on the 33rd second now.
Custard combat.
You're good. Bear is not good. 6 custard damage.
Oh, bear.
Richard powers through. More rolls. Keep going.
Is this cupcake 10?
I don't know. It's second 36. You're just shoveling them in.
I feel like Richard has loaded dice right now.
Larian, 6 custard damage. Everyone else is good.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Again.
I'm so sorry. I take all the custard damage.
He's been rolling
We're
for you.
actually whipping
Alright.
ass right now.
Hell yeah.
Roll again, Richard.
Sal is
Sal,
eating it.
7 custard damage.
222s? Holy shit.
How'd you roll 222s?
I don't know. Jamie told me to always roll advantage.
Richard's Constitution saving throws. Go. Eat the cupcake. That's gonna be another custard damage. 1. Your health was at 11, by the way, when you came back, so it should be at 10 now.
Gotcha. 10.
More Constitution savings throws. This is a contest. Eat. Brown Bear Sal. 6 custard damage. Everyone else is good. Go again.
You still have Rick Ross as your roll.
That's fine. It doesn't matter for the D6. Oh.
I
Richard,
fucking love
7
cupcakes.
custard damage.
Oh, no.
Again.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh, everyone but Sal. I'm gonna do first. We're gonna do Richard. 1 custard damage.
Wait,
That's
Well,
fucked.
wait,
That's a
wait,
critical
what is-
fail.
a D12 now?
It's a critical fail, my friend. What are you asking, Baka?
why? Wait. I thought the higher number was
Oh.
going with Larian. Why are you saying he failed?
Because
No,
Larry
I
doesn't
don't
get
actually-
advantage.
Yeah, I don't actually roll advantage. Jamie just was like, oh, just always said D&D to be on a roll
okay,
advantage.
okay, I'm sorry.
Larry, take a 10 custard damage.
God damn, these cookies are turning on me.
My bad.
Again. Ooh. Sal, you're taking 3 custard damage. Larian, you're taking 1 custard damage. Richard, you're okay.
Oh yeah, brother.
Again. Oh.
I'm dead.
Oh, that's another
10
fail.
Richard custard damage. Richard starts coughing up his cupcakes. He can't eat anymore as he starts falling
He's
out.
puke. Ugh.
You other 2 are still fine.
God damn, I gotta eat it.
Again.
Cupcake bear. Oh no.
That's more custard damage towards Larry.
How's
3 more.
Dwayne doing?
Dwayne is just watching this bear shovel it in now. He even stopped. He's actually impressed. Yeah, give me another.
Dwayne, give him the tickle.
Go. More.
Okay, both of y'all
faster.
succeeded. That's and
I'm
the
counting.
bullywug yells time as 60 seconds go by from eating all of these cupcakes. What is your health right now, Sal?
I took 28 damage.
As a bear, what's your health?
34.
No.
Jesus.
Currently, what is your health?
Oh, sorry. 6. I have 6 custard damage remaining.
And Larian?
I have 8 custard damage remaining.
The
Fuck!
bullywug walks over to Larian and says, "A winner! A winner!
Damn
Good
it.
job, young man! You outate the bear! Amazing!"
I jump up and like, I'm on fire. Ah, those were delicious. And then I sit back down and like,
Knock me out of my shit. Ah, what the hell?
I sit back down and I'm like, oh, I get really quiet. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to outburst like that.
The hell are? What happened? Wait, where'd the?
I'm throwing up profusely. Like, there's just nothing but vomit coming out of me.
What happened to him?
I let out a good burp, and I don't feel great now though, but man, it was
Sal,
good.
why are you a bear?
My mouth is just covered in custard and
Why do you
cupcakes.
look like you want to puke?
I look at her, and then I look back at the table.
A
Still in
pixie
bear form.
flies back to the table, holding another cupcake above her head as she approaches you, Larian, and says, "This is your prize."
I look at it, kind of afraid, and reach for it. Another cupcake, and I grab it.
Give
Is
it
it
to
the same
Dwayne.
cupcake?
She says,
Wait, y'all had cupcakes?
"This cupcake is special. It'll turn you invisible."
Damn.
That could be useful. Cool.
then-
I put it in my backpack.
She starts to. You can all increase your health back to max now as well. And she flies away, and the bullywug says, good job, lad." And he slaps you on the back as he walks away.
The hell
A
did I
little-
just miss?
Let out a little burp from
I
my.
get blacked out for a minute, and then I
I'm
go
s-
back
mouth.
to eating
I'm
my
still throwing up,
cake. That's really gross, Drake.
and I also
just
look at
eating my
Dwayne. And I'm
funnel
just
cake
I'm just
the whole
shaking my head at Dwayne while in between throw ups. Like,
This would be a good stopping point, by the way.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that interference.
No, you're all good. I think this is a good stopping point. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and call it for the evening, y'all. Oh my, y'all actually did the custard eating contest. You guys are participating in everything.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's fun. I love this. This is a dream come true.
Yeah, one
didn't
song
participate.
night. All night, same song. 3 hours.
I like
I
this
didn't
song.
realize there's a song
Nice
playing.
song. I
Yeah,
like it.
I like it. It's good. It's good ambient music for Carnival.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine started working, so I didn't even hear it.
Oh yeah,
It-
if you
it-
refresh your page, it would work.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just makes me want to participate in games.
But yeah, you guys, you did a bit tonight. You solved the little unicorn puzzle down there. You got some information through your questions you asked. Some very important info and some not. And you met your
My
benefactor, a very strange gnome.
Who broke my mind a bit.
The time
Yeah,
travel room that we
I
name
trust
in the
that gnome.
future.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Oh,
here.
this is some dope
Or in
music.
the past, maybe.
Dude, would I like as a wizard know lore about that? I've read some books.
Yeah, how many books?
Like
At least 2.
Yeah.
I'd let you do a history check to figure that out, Bakaluda, because you, I mean, you are a wizard, but I don't know, like, are you an estranged wizard? Like, you just happen to dress weird and happen to hand out candy to every stranger you meet, but you're also, like, incredibly smart? You're hesitating.
I'm smart, not wise.
Okay, so you are learned. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, you might
How
have
to
heard about this
wizard.
type of stuff. I'd have you make a roll next time we hop back in the game, but yeah, you might know.
How to Wizard for Dummies.
I'm very smart. I'm not very wise. I can tell you that the water's hot, but I can't tell you why.
you might be able to tell both using that intelligence. I don't know.
I mean, I could probably figure it out if given time, but right off the rip, no.
All right, we all got any comments before I start saying goodbye to everyone out there?
Have a cool
Yeah,
puzzle.
all these mini games that are in this carnival are rigged because I'm not winning.
Yeah.
Sure, you lost the
I-
bear. That's crazy.
These are perfectly
know.
legitimate. I just keep
Yeah,
winning.
how did you lose the cupcake?
Yeah. How is
I
he
took
winning?
big damage. I took like
I'm pretty
one hit at like 7, and then the rest were like 6s.
I won a lot of rules for a while.
Brain got in your head. That's what happened.
I'm
It
pretty
must have
sure
been.
Larry's cheating, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just burn
I'm
the
actually-
cupcakes now.
I'm
I
actually
think that
quietly
was
sticking the
nice of-
cupcakes into my shirt.
Melting them down before they get to his mouth so they drip off.
I tried to think of some fire genasi trick, but I was like, I don't know enough. I'm just gonna eat these things.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say our goodbyes here. Everyone who watched this, however you watched it, thanks for watching. If you like all this stuff, our YouTube channel is available. Look up Cloak and Stagger. We stream this on Twitch as well every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You'll see when we're back up. Yeah, you'll get to see more carnival stuff and whatnot. Also got a Monday campaign going on, Descent into Avernus. It's a 180 of this, where everyone's not happy and having a good time, and instead trudging through the 9 hells, which is a much different environment. So if you want to see more depression and sadness, check out our Monday campaign instead, and that'll be all for you. So, and it's fun, I'm just kidding. It is a good time too. So check it out, and that's all I got. Yeah, thanks for watching.
If
Y'all
you
have a
want more depression and sadness, follow my Twitter account.
good- What do you want to say what your Twitter account is?
No.
Okay. All right, y'all have a good one. Take it easy.
Bye.
But...
Bye, Sal.
Bye.